A single point
what is
out of the team for domination while
FA Cup champions.
Forward for Pathana and Chamod Kalhara and Renuja Silva in the halfback combination, Manjula Ratnak in the left wing, Anjana Kulasekara and the skipper Manilka Ruberu in the centre. De Silva and Ashan Gunasekara are the right wing and the fullback, and the replacement for Isipathana Vimesh Varnapura, Rifki, Prematilka, Seni Ratna, Kaushalya, Atukorala, Vikramarachi, Ratnavira, Basik and Praveen Stefan, replacement or the finishers for the green machine. So you said, Hisham, you can expect a lot from the Wesley's backs, because we have seen and witnessed they have scored quite a few tries from their threes. But having said that, also credit must go to Paul Toya and also Riza Mubarak, who knows very well about this setup, and Isipathana also knows about Riza's coaching stuff.
I think former Isipathanian Riza Mubarak in charge of the Wesley backs, while former Wesleyite Henry Terrence taking on his former school. So interesting battle there as well. And I think knowing Paul, there will be a slight tactical change in his game plan as well coming into this game.
Priya Suranga in charge of this game. Indika Pradeep and Sai Jeffrey will be his assistant referees. And who's be coaching this game, Hisham, without their actual coach, Costa?
I think, Henry is taking in charge as head coach, while I saw Kavindu Di Costa, I think, will be helping out the backs. Kavindu is involved with the under-16 team as well, so it's not a new face which the boys will be having to look at.
Alright, we are all set here at CRNFC as Walpitage to take the kick off. Wesley attacking from right to left on your screens. Very good, collected by Isipathana number 8, Anjula. Lovely offload, and unfortunately the second offload just could not execute. Wesley replies with a lovely territorial kick, and such a smart play early on by Wesley.
Well, just the start of the game, so that was the right thing to do. Saw the space, kick to touch, and Isipathana will have to get the line out right. The line outs were not the best, you could say, against St. Peter's. They missed a few chances as well, so Wesley will be looking to add some pressure here.
Ediriwira with the throw in, the young hooker. Referee Priya Suranga just giving some instruction, do not close the gap. Collected nicely by Anjula, the number 8. Isipathana sets up the maul. Wesley sacks nicely. Can they move forward? No. Sending it to Kalhara. And the fly half unfortunately couldn't find. Here's a dangerous skipper, Dayan Saba, pumping his legs, but good defense coming by Isipathana. They have numbers out wide. And here comes Rigay sending out wide. Lovely long pass by Murshid Zubair is the first receiver, and lovely step by the winger inside the 22. Isipathana defense will be tested. Here's Jayawardana into contact. Good defense once again. Very good line. Wesley switching direction. Murshid Zubair trying to step and draw and pass. High tackle, says referee Priya Suranga. So playing with advantage. Skipper Saba into contact. Pereira, the scrum half. And knowing that advantage is coming, lovely cross kick, but unfortunately the winger Pereira, in fact that's the left winger, Sanjula, just could not catch that ball. However, Wesley will have this advantage. Will be an interesting call, Hisham. Will they go for touch?
Well, Isipathana is not the strongest this season in their forwards department, so why not give it a go? Early doors can test the Isipathana defense early on. But at the same time, I think we'll interesting to see whether Wesley can get their lineouts on spot on as well, because to be frank, I don't think they were the best as well in the lineouts.
Yeah, we didn't see much of elegance in the line out by both the teams in the last 4 encounters this season. However, here's Jayawardena. Claimed by number 6, that's Gunatilaka. And a good work by Sabah. Wesley still have possession. In fact, that was a knock-on. What a lovely escape for Isipathana.
Well, I think a bit of white line fever there by Sabah, because I think he was over the line when he made that final pass. Not realizing that, he tried to pass the ball, and a possible scoring opportunity lost for Wesley. But regardless of that, they get the 5-meter scrum. And early on, it's easy to see that Wesley, their intentions are clear. Run the ball wide or spread the ball wide.
We just see Shockman and Samar Vikrama, but that was a shocking move from Dayan Sabah on the try line. But can he score the try? In fact, it's a forward pass. Dear oh dear. So many chances for the Double Blues. However, not patience enough to score that try.
Not being too critical of Sabah there, but I think if he had tried to power his way through, he could have gone through the line. Instead, he was always looking for the offload. So Isipathana early let off for them. Twice, you could say. And this time they really need to clear their lines.
Here's Kalhara, the scrum half to feed the ball. Can Isipathana come out of jail? They can score tries even from their own line. But sensible kick by the fly half, finding touch to come out of 22. That was a Kulasekara.
He's wearing the number 10 jersey, but according to the lineups, I think he's playing at centre. New boy Renuja Silva making the fly halves, taking the fly halves position this evening.
Jayawardena once again with the throw-in. Wesley just slightly went back foot. And this time, once again, fairly decent throw. Somehow Wesley managed to claim it. Here comes the dangerous backs. Good running. In fact, he was running laterally. Very well marked 3-on-1 situation. Probably not the right decision by the Wesley winger. Now they switch direction. Here's the skipper. No look pass to Jayawardena. Very good awareness. He knew that where the support is. Switching directions once again. This time they create numbers. 3-on-1. Should have given by the number 6 Ogbebo. A lovely tackle. Take a bow, son. Wonderful work. And taking Sanjula into the sidelines.
That's great work by 15-year-old Ashan Gunasekara. It's not easy playing in that full back position. Brilliant cover tackle there. But I think had Samuel made that pass earlier, he had plenty of support out wide and they could have scored again, Wesley. So a couple of opportunities for Wesley going begging early on. But Isipathana under pressure. They've been stuck in their own territory since the start of this game.
Here's that incident once again. Sanjula, who scored 2 tries against Zaira this time. Very well defensive work by Isipathana young man. Kalhara once again, this time finding a very decent distance with his kick. Absolutely peach of a kick, in fact. He played it very so cool, no pressure whatsoever, Isham.
Well, one thing you can compliment for is Anjana has been good with his clearance kicks from game 1 against DS. But you've got to maintain that throughout the game. And Isipathana, for the first time probably, they're out of their 22.
Jayawardena once again. So far it's all about Wesley. Hafiz Thabit with the collection. He didn't have much of an option. He was tackled well. And here's Wesley 3's lovely decoy work. Once again, Murshid Zubair's lovely draw and pass to the winger. And the Spitzer cuts inside. And so much noise from that pavilion. Maybe it was a forward pass call, but this time referee Priya Suranga said it was a forward pass just in front of his naked eyes. And we are into the 8th minute of this game, and so far it's been Wesley in terms of attack and it's been Isipathana in terms of their defense, but so far so good, Isham.
Well, yes, and if you look at the game, I think it's really easy to see the Wesley setup. They're not having any pods closer to the ruck. Even there are players who are willing to go to the hit. They're taking it quite a few distance off the ruck, so they know they're trying to stretch the Isipathana defense as much as they can and then try to set their threes in motion.
That's the wing three-quarter Paranidharan, who just could not finish. Here's Anjula rather, to scrum half Kalhara. And here comes that box kick straight away to Murshid Zubair. He fumbles, knocks back, says referee Suranga. But looks like initial infringement was a high tackle from that breakdown point. In fact, not binding, says the referee. It'll be interesting if we can have a look at that replay just before that box kick from Anjula. And another thumping kick into touch. No, unfortunately he couldn't find touch. And Murshid Zubair return with another kick. Here's Anjuna sending it to the fullback. Lovely step by Gunasekara. He was held up though. And Isipathana have numbers into their right. Manilka Ruberu, two defenders coming into him, not allowing the dangerous Ruberu to make any yards, but unfortunately another knock on. He was not expecting to receive that ball from the halfback, but in a game like this you have to expect the unexpected.
Too casual there by Janit Serasinghe, just took his eyes off the ball. And Isipathana, as you can see, still inside their own half, so it's all been defending for them from the start of this game. And Wesley have another chance. All of their threes have lined up to the other side of the field, so they're obviously going to use their three-quarters here. The ball comes out. Lovely move again by the three-quarters. They set it up for a ruck. Once again the ball is out. Missed pass, but still Wesley managed to recover it. Once again they set it up. They've got men out wide.
Wow.
Kick comes again, but just too far from the reach of Samuel. So Wesley, interestingly and fair enough, they are trying to use the full width of the pitch, trying to stretch this Isipathana defense. And if Isipathana have done their homework, they should have been able to counter this threat. So far they have done it.
Absolutely, Sham. At least 10 points went begging for Wesley, but that was a lovely cross kick by the Wesley halfback. But the idea was clear that they want to play territory. They want to come into Isipathana half and then attack. Here's Pathana's dangerous backs coming into play. Good tackle coming by Rigesh. Anjula sending out to the number 8, Anjana. And the wing three-quarter, Silva into contact. Kalhara sending it to big prop forward. Good run by Edirivira, in fact the hooker. And here's Murshid Zubair, claims that kick, and lovely step by Zubair. And that's a knock on, not sure whether it's knock on or knock back. However, still Wesley with position. Scrum half taking his time, Pereira, and giving it to Zubair once again. And here's the opposite number 9, Kalhara. Numbers out wide for Isipathana. 2 on 1, 3 on 2 in fact. And can he finish it off? It's a number 8, Anjula. Good defense coming by Wesley, almost a turnover. This is brilliant stuff, end-to-end stuff by both the teams. And Murshid Zubair once again into that breakdown, turning over the position. And the fly half puts the kick into touch. Dear oh dear, what a lovely game we are witnessing, and what a lovely opportunity for the big number 8, Anjula. Lovely draw and pass. He had the momentum, he had the pace, he had the power, But unfortunately, he goes down for the Wesley's defense, Hisham.
Well, it was a fast, open game we were expecting, and that's what we got so far. But Anjula should have finished that move. He tried to outfox the Wesley defender, went for the goose step, but the Wesley defender, credit to him, he didn't fall for it. Here we see the replay. Lovely work by the three quarters. Brilliantly done. That's Kulasekara, steps inside, draws the defender, passes out wide. Manu Ratnayaka straightens the line, and here we see it's just one-on-one. He's got acres of space. He should have finished it. He should have just made that dash for the try line. Instead, he wanted to outfox Zubair, that was, I think, and he did well.
Probably his goose step came 2 seconds earlier than it should be, because a man with his caliber, he should have gone straight and a friend from his left hand.
He's a lean, tall lad for a number 8. Not the biggest, but certainly the tallest, and he has plenty of gas. He showed that against St. Peter's as well.
And also against the DSN, and I was very impressed. Hisham, he's so powerful lad. He's been like a live wire. He didn't look like a number 8, pretty much like a centre. Well, interesting line out by Isipathana this time. Now Anjula acting as a halfback. Here's the halfback acting as the first receiver. Lovely decoy work by Isipathana. Lovely work. Can they finish it off? 2-on-1, and Murshid Zubair once again coming storming in from his defensive line. That is brilliant. But Isipathana playing advantage, and the number 9 breaks in the shorter side, and the first try comes for Isipathana from Chamad Kalhara, the little halfback. Well done, Isipathana. 5 points to nil with the conversion to come.
Well, everyone were fighting for the ball on that rock, but the ball popped out, and Chamad Kalhara was aware enough to get that ball and sneak through the back door. And they've been doing all the hard defending early on, but Isipathana, a bit of pressure early on, and they score. Here we see the replay. There we go. The Wesley players were focused on winning that ball back. No one was guarding the back side, the back door. And Chamad Kalhara finishing it off just beside the post. And Manilka Ruberu will try to add the extras. Easily done. And Isipathana 7 points to nil.
Well, Hisham, it's all about position, they say in rugby, but Wesley, for the last number of minutes that we have played, it's all about Wesley's had that position, but the first try came for the team had less position. Seven points to nil. Waiting for the ball. Time for the restart.
No, there are too many balls there now.
THO Valpitage. The Wesley's fly half. Time on says referee. 16 minutes gone, and so far, if you're watching this live on your number 1 sports hub, it's been brilliant by both the teams. And this time once again, Kulasekara taking all his time to put that kick into touch. Almost in the center field.
I just realized that Isipathana are not fielding 2 of their clay players as well. Chamod Sandaruwan, the big lock forward, is not in the playing squad, and as well as Nadish Chaminda. He missed out on the St. Peter's game as well.
Here's Javardhana playing as a lucid prop, and also with the line out throwing responsibility, the big man. Well, taking so much time, giving away position. That's poor communication by Wesley. Dayan Sabah, the skipper, must be frustrated, and rightly so. Isipathana calling for a scrum. We just saw in the last line out of Isipathana, the halfback who scored that try Kalhara. He was shifting into the first receiving position, and Anjula, the number 8, acting as the halfback. That allowed some extra space and pace to create that move, which was a smart play by the green machine. We'll see how it works this time. Try scorer feeds the ball, sending it to the young scrum half, fly half rather. Here's Manilka Ruberu. Good tackle coming in from his opposite number. Switching direction once again, Angela Kalhara. Pardon me, Kulasekar rather. Zubair puts the kick into space, and that's a pretty good kick on the bounce, but very well taken. Well taken by Isipathana fullback Gunasekara, not allowing time to be wasted and not allowing Wesley to settle down, and that's a poor kick by Wesley's. Looks like that's the halfback. And that kick out on the full, just outside the 22 meter. So you can see from the assistant referee, just by the 22 meter flags. Quite unfortunate. Another good opportunity for Isipathana in terms of the territory, and a very good attacking position.
And that was back of 2 good kicks by Anjana Kulasekar, 2 thumping kicks. So the pressure has paid off, and they have a line out just inside their 22.
Nice. Very well collected by Isipathana's Gautam. Oh, brilliant work by the halfback. Second try comes in. Take a bow. Chamat Kalhara completely outfoxed the Wesley defense in fact.
Well, I'm wondering, is it because of too much preparation? Because I think the Wesley backs are focusing on Manilka, Anjana and Renuja, but they're leaving quite a bit of space there just between the forwards and the rock. Here we see once again they try to set up the maul, and referee says once at this time. Chamat is asking for the ball, sees the gap, and there you go, all the way to the try line.
Well, don't be surprised how often we have seen Isipathana halfback. You can name quite a lot. Srinath Surya Bandara, Sudham Suryarachi. They recently came into that national sevens. Of course, Harit Bandara, Suryarachi, of course, a senior lad, but that conversion was just out wide. So it's 12 points to 7. But this young man, just following those footsteps, isn't it, Hisham?
I think he had quite a poor game in the first game against DSN Anayaka. He was under a bit of pressure. His passing was a bit suspect. But I think as the season has progressed, he's been improving game by game. So that'll do good for him. 2 tries in this game for him already. So Wesley need to come back in this game now with the restart. Sarah Singh underneath it.
Oh, good work. Very well tackled by, I think it was Karim. Restart sending out, and turnover for Isipathana. Illegally so, says referee. Suranga. Will Wesley go for 3 points, or will they go for the line out? Will be interesting, Hisham. Murshid Zubair has been a reliable kicker, but skipper Dayan Saba wants to put this into touch and play that advantage in terms of the territory that they have. This is where they were in the first 5 minutes of the game. 2 good opportunities went begging for Wesley. Can they redeem themselves? Here's Javardhan, the big man. Also, all the stats, in-depth stats on schools rugby. All you have to do is stats.thepapare.com. Log into your #1 sports sub and follow who has scored the most number of tries and points. Somehow, Wesley claims this line out. A lovely decoy run once again, and unfortunately knocks it on. And Kalhara playing that advantage. This is why Isipathana is so dangerous. Lovely step by the fullback Gunasekara, and lovely cover tackle by the Wesley skipper as well. Turnover, Murshid Zubair on the attack, looking for support, sending out now. Here's the big Jayawardena playing at loose head prop. Once again, Wesley were driven backwards. Hisham, brilliant work by Isipathana, isn't it? Another good tackle coming in. So much calm and so much patience in their defensive work. And that's a lovely tackle once again, textbook stuff. Jayawardena on Rubeiru. Wesley still with position. Here comes that kick once again by Walpitage. And that just bounces and finds touch. It's going to be a blue ball. Both the fly halves so much confidence with their kicks, isn't it, Hisham?
Yes, indeed. Even the Wesley fly half has been good from game number 1. That's Walpitage. Even though they ended up in the losing side against St. Peter's, he was impressive. He was calling the shots. And quite unfortunate here that move didn't work out for Wesley. It was a lovely move. And you can see they're full of confidence, the Wesley three-quarters. And in this game, it's just been that final pass which they're missing out on. So a scrum just outside the Isipathana 22. Wesley with the feed in. Good pressure by Isipathana. But referee says it will be it's early show. Bit of early pushing, I think. That's what the referee is talking to the Isipathana forwards. So it will be a Wesley scrum yet again.
Interestingly, Hisham, we are into the 25th minute and the scoreboard, does it do justice? We'll wait and see.
It's a strange scoreline yet. Wesley have had their moments, but they've just not managed to finish it.
Here's Pereira sending it out wide. Lovely decoy work once again, but that's not a very good timed pass. But here's Isipathana once again with that tackle.
Good stuff by Manula Ratnayaka. Paranthiran tried a bit of a shimmy, but Manu Ratnayaka read it well and used the touchline as an extra man and just pushed him out to touch. So far Isipathana defense has been answering all the questions asked by the Wesley backs.
And the attacking move was really clear, but what they should have done is perhaps, Hisham, go to a few more faces and then create those decoy running and then create those extra numbers outright. If you look at that scrum move, and they are making that decoy work in the very first phase.
Early substitution for Wesley. They've replaced their wing three-quarter. I think it's due to an injury.
Anjula collects well the number 8. He's also in the lifting duties, and he also made some conversions in that DSA Nanaka match. So he's pretty much an all-rounder. And what a lovely box kick by the 2-try scorer, Kalhara.
He's having a good game so far, Kalhara. 2 tries already. A few good box kicks as well to add to that. And Isipathana once again into Wesley territory, and once they've been there, they looked quite dangerous. They're coming out with points.
Jayawardena, Wesley, little bit under pressure. Here's that replay. And controlled nicely, and a lovely box kick, and just goes into that touch, and we are back live now. Wesley with the line out, managed to win the ball. Oh dear, another fumble. Isipathana on the march, playing advantage, turnover ball. And every time they come into opposite half, they just didn't go without a point. Holding on, says referee Priya Suranga. So penalty in favour of the Greens. Let's have a look at the replay. This is that knock on. Quite uncharacteristic by Murshid Zubair. He just took his eyes off the ball in the last second or so.
It's been that kind of a game. Wesley doing all the hard work, but just key moments. And if you take Zubair, he's still having a good game so far. And just that instance, he dropped the ball cold there. And Isipathana opt for the scrum this time.
I like to see number 8 Anjula making a break, Hisham. If he can go from the shorter side, combined with Kalhara, it's going to be another 5-pointer. We'll wait and see another replacement coming in. I think it's Guna Tilaka who's going off, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was Vijay Vardhana who came in. And doesn't seem an injury, so it looks like it was a tactical move by the Wesley coaching department there. So here we go, scrum for Isipathana inside the Wesley red zone.
Here we go, Kalhara sending out wide, and lovely work coming in. Rubeiro well marked this time. Wesley rushing in their defense, turnover. And there's a slight knock on by the Greens, so it's going to be a Wesley scrum just outside the 22. Interesting. If you see the venom of this defensive work when the defenders rather, Hisham, they're committing all the tackles. So far we didn't see much of a missed tackles coming in.
Yeah, both defenses, I think. It's just that two key moments which Chamat Kalhara took advantage of and scored 2 tries. And Wesley, they get out of jail. They're just outside their 22. Have a scrum. And this is a Wesley team. You wouldn't be surprised if they decide to run it from their own 22. They've got the skill to do that. But in this instance, it'll be interesting to see whether they'll opt for that or just play it safe and get some distance with a good clearance kick. But no, it's a penalty to Isipathana. And he needs to talk to a Wesley player as well.
Well, not sure what the call is. Looks like
Playing the ball in scrum.
Playing the ball in the scrum. But the locks can scoop the ball from their hand in the scrum. If you see a replay here, but as you scoop, you have to get the ball immediately. As the number 8 touch the ball, you have to break immediately.
Isipathana meanwhile have opted for the 3 points. A sensible decision there. 5 minutes to go to the break. Why not try to increase the score, your points on the scoreboard? And even if you miss, you get the ball back off the restart. Manil Karuberu looks good, is good, and Isipathana lead 15 points to 0.
And I don't think no one is more happier than Lasinda Di Costa. Maybe he's watching from New Zealand. His team is leading 15 points to 0, but still early days. We still have 5 minutes in this half and 35 more minutes in the second half. But take a bow, Isipathana. After in that back foot, after conceding territory, their patience and their cover defense worked well.
Wesley will need to somehow get some points on the board just before half time. For all that hard work, they wouldn't want to go into the half-time break with no points, with nothing to show. But so far, Isipathana doing what is required.
Absolutely, Sham. It's also that psychological factor when you look at the scoreboard. And once again, this man taking so much time, so cool. The fly half Kulasekara, and he's got a good boot as well. Here's Dayan Sabha, the skipper, with the collection, sending out to Murshid Zubair. Lovely work, sending it to the speedster, the replacement wing three-quarter. A lovely offload. Knockback, says referee. Almost a turnover, but that's poor work by Dayan Sabha. Just pushing the man.
Well, they had plenty of numbers as well in support. They just need that little bit of composure, I guess. They're just rushing things too much that they can't control. Once again, they were threatening. They had the man outside. 1 or 2 passes and they would be able to score a try there. Here we go. Draw the man and pass. That's the Isipathana win 3/4 number 14. Ramita De Silva did well, but in the end Wesley give away a penalty, and Isipathana have a chance to get out of jail. Small injury concern there for Pew Medrivira, but he's okay. He's up on his feet.
This time the culprit was the Wesley skipper. No arms tackle, says referee Priya Suranga. And Kulasekara puts the kick into touch. And Isipathana in no hurry whatsoever to get that line out, taking all their time. And the young Ediri the man in charge with the throw-in. Overcooked this time, but Kalhara rescues, sending it to the skipper Manilka Ruberu. Lovely work by Kalhara. Here's Anjula, lovely draw and pass to his outside support.
Lovely pass there by Anjula, and Manula Ratnayaka did well to keep possession. He was juggling the ball for a bit. The Wesley player is down. And once again, Chamat Kalhara is looking for support. He'll find it in Ashan Gunasekara. There you go, another try for Isipathana. That's how lethal they've been. Great work by the Isipathana 3/4. Great work by Chamat Kalhara.
Unbelievable stuff from the green machine. So far, my man of the match is none other than the scrum of Kalhara. He's been outstanding. He's reading this game ever so well. And lovely offload, not playing selfish rugby, understand where the support is. Lovely draw and pass through the gates and under the sticks. Brilliant stuff by Isipathana.
Well, yes, sir, but just as you mentioned, I mean, he scored 2 tries. He would have easily tried to take on the defender and complete his hat-trick, but instead he looked for support. And Ashan Gunasekara was there at the right moment. Manilka easy with the extras.
And that's the half-time, says referee Priya Suranga. Here's that break. Brilliant stuff by Kalhara. And looking for support. Simple draw and pass. Off you go. And Gunasekara said thank you very much under this on the board.
Well, double blow for them. There looks like another serious injury to one of their players who's down. So plenty of thinking and talking to do for Coach Paul there at half-time. But at the moment, he needs to somehow rally his troops and get them to score some points on the board. Because for all their hard work, they've got nothing to show. You see, it looks like a serious injury there. The medical staff taking pretty much, looks like a neck injury.
Yeah, the player safety is paramount in this rugby, in all age grade. I'm sure the right thing the medical staffs are doing. Not sure who the player is, unfortunately. And here's the replay. Kalhara giving it to Anjula. And looks like that's number 11. That's Parnadaran.
Put his body on the line. Put his body on the line to bring down Anjula.
Again, showing some grit in terms of his defensive work. He's a little man, and he also went to the right side. And looks like, unfortunately, he picked up a shoulder blow, maybe a neck blow as well. Hope he'll recover soon.
So that's we've heard that's Paranthiran, one of their key players.
All set for the restart. Round of applause by the spectators as he stretched off and collected by Sarah Singer, the blindside flanker for Isipathana. And Isipathana playing smart now, keeping position, and here's Kalhara once again with his box kick, putting so much pressure. Good collection by the Wesley player, and lovely pass by Zubair again. Another lovely running angle, and that pass was forward.
It's quite a few times now. Sabah, I think, once again the guilty man there with the forward pass. They did well this time, drew the man, but that final pass once again just not making it count Wesley.
This could perhaps be the final play. 22 points to nil in the Singer Schools Rugby League. The week 5 in progress. And here's that move, Murshid Zubair giving it to the skipper, Sabah. It's marginal.
My apologies, that wasn't Sabah. I think the pass after that was forward. Here we go, Manil Ruberu. Lovely pass out. Wesley defense rushing out. Good. But still Isipathana managed to keep the ball alive. Here's Anjula once again tried that backhand pass, but I think referee is playing advantage. It's a turnover ball. He will blow for the penalty now. And I think Wesley will have to run this out.
They will probably kick into touch and come into the red zone and try a line out and find out whether they can score a consolation try. But Zubair doesn't do too much justice with his touch finder. Should have done better.
Well, the game's not lost, certainly. There's plenty of rugby to play. There's an entire half left. So Wesley just need to, if possible, try to add some points and go into the half time, which will give them a bit of confidence. But so far, I think they've just tried to rush things and they've made a mess of their game plan.
Ogbebo collects it, but it was not straight, says the referee. Well, we still have time remaining, so it's going to be another scrum in favour of Isipathana. A cardinal error, giving away position.
Just as we thought Wesley's lineouts were doing well, it seems to be going backwards now.
And looking at the body language as well, Hisham, you can see Wesley forwards and the backs not responding so well. Will be an interesting halftime talk by coach Paul Toya. Kalhara to Silva. Silva puts the kick, and Murshid Zubair with the collection. Runs laterally, stepping 4 players. Again, look at Isipathana defense. They're so patient, very calm. Here's Jayawardena into contact. And that's not a good pass, that's poor work. Ogbebo with the collection, and that's a knock on. Isipathana on the advantage. They're so dangerous, so lethal. But that's a knock on, double knock on first from Wesley, followed by Isipathana. So that's the halftime, says referee. It's been an interesting passage, Isham, interesting 35 minutes. And all who have spent the money for the tickets to watch this game live at CNFC ground, certainly worth watching. And it's 22 points to nil in favour of Isipathana, the Greenlands, the Green Machine. And Wesley, after having so many chances in the first 10 minutes, just could not trouble the scoreboard. Lalit gave 5 diya. Out. Kaise gaya? 5 something wrong. Welcome back to the live coverage of this second half action between Isipathana versus Wesley. We apologize for the loss of coverage due to a technical fault. And Wesley on the march. Murshid Zubair sending out wide. And here's the wing three-quarter. Can he go? Good tackle once again from his opposite number, R.H. De Silva.
I think that was Manula Ratnaik at that time who made that tackle. He was beaten for pace but just managed to get a hand to his opponent and drag him out to touch. So interested to see what will be Wesley's game plan. So far it seems to be the same. Spread it out wide, but I'm sure the coaching staff of Wesley would have given some input into the game plan. They just need to set up a few phases and be patient and take use of those chances which they create.
Isipathana with the line out, 22 points to nil in favor of the Greens. Wesley had their moments but just could not capitalize. Here's Anjula, in fact Anjana Kulasekara, the fly half. He's been executing his territorial kicks with so much patience in him and a very decent leg.
Didn't find good touch that time though. It's a line out just where play was before. This time it's a Wesley ball and hope they can get their line outs right.
Collected by half is Thabit and sends it off to the scrum half Kalhara. I beg your pardon, it was Pereira. And once again we apologize for the lack of footage, and Wesley scores the first try finally, just like the doctor ordered.
Got a few hands.
Once again, apologies for the miss of coverage. We just had a technical falter, but Wesley hit back with an immediate try in that second half with courtesy of number 22, that's Vidanage, number 25 rather. The wing three-quarter and Murshid Zubair added the extras from that far right corner. So it's 22 points to 7.
Well, it was a case of what Wesley didn't do in the first half. This time their passing was excellent, due the man, and Vidanage did the finishing, and Zubair added the extra points with a fine conversion. Wesley, this time around, get out of jail. Zubair with a nice kick, finds a lot of distance. What a kick, brilliant kick. Takes the play all the way into the Isipathana half, just inside their 22. And that's what you want from your kicker. Anjana has been doing it.
matches hatarak kara dekakoma first half එක විතරයි St. Thomas ඒක වැස්සනේ Welcome back once again, Wesley with possession. We once again apologize for the technical failure that we had. We are countering. We hope to bring you the rest of the game. And Wesley once again dominating territory and possession just like they did in the first 10 minutes of the first half. And they are playing with a different venom in this second half, just like the doctor ordered. And I'm sure Coach Paul Toya would have barked few instruction at the halftime talk. You can see him just on your screens.
Well, I guess they're playing against the wind, Wesley, but their kicks have been right on the money this time around. They're using it to good effect. I think it's helping them. It's drifting across. Isipathana win the line out. Once again, the ball is out to Anjana. Big thumping kick, but Wesley, they got it covered this time. They read it well in the first half.
Zubair once again, lovely pass and equally very well tackled by Isipathana's Gunasekara. Knockback says referee. And Wesley on the march once again. Draw and pass. Here's the wing regatta. He just steps and he missed for his footing. Managed to make a bit more yards. Good work by the Wesley's Pereira. Here's the skipper Sabah. Once again a low look pass. And again Wesley playing with so much pace. Zubair with that pick and go. And try time. This is brilliant stuff by Wesley. And it was Murshid Zubair. A very well deserved try. I thought for an instant they were still playing in that 22-meter, Hisham, but what a pace. Wesley hit back with 2 immediate tries.
Contrasting styles of body language, you could say. Wesley is doing whatever they didn't do in the first half. They're managing to make that keep the continuity of play. Once again, it was not all those fancy offloads which you would see sometimes, but they just managed to keep the ball in hand, and they just walked it right over to the try line. And Isipathana, on the other hand, they just found wanting on both the occasions. They've got to come up with a better defensive plan. They did well in the first half, but the second half has not been the best of starts for them.
Absolutely, they did well in the first half. If you look at the scoreboard, you will see that. And early days still in the second half. 22 points to 12 with the conversion to come. Murshid Zubair early on made a peach of a conversion with pretty much the same distance and direction.
The first one was good, and he'll be hoping to put this through as well. As the direction, yes it is. So 2 tries, 2 conversions, 22 points to 14. Wesley are right back in it. Just what the doctor ordered for Wesley College.
And here's that replay with that offload, number 22, even after being well tackled. And great understanding by Zubair. Gets the ball, pumps through his legs and just stretching to the whitewash. He knew where the try line is. And it was 22 points to nil, and all of a sudden it's 22 points to 14. And the kickoff for restart. Zubair just inside the 22, so he can kick out on the full. Intelligent piece of work by Murshid Zubair.
So Isipathana, now it's about game management. Now it's about a test of their character. Wesley have started this second half very brightly, very strongly. So what Isipathana will do remains to be seen. Isipathana making a substitution there. Nepul Latukorala making his way into the field, and he replaces Pium Medrivira. Pium has been good with his line out, so Nepul comes in to the fray. And his first piece of action will be throwing this ball into the line out. Does well. Good pressure on the line out from Wesley. Long cutout pass. Kushma Ledrivira, the prop forward, joins the line. Chamat Kalhara keeps the play alive. Ramita De Silva needs to cut back in. He's bundled into touch. Isipathana backs a little bit flat there. Wesley decided to take it quickly. The play is on.
Well, interesting decision by Wesley, and the referee let the play on. And they are not settled. Here's Zubair once again, the man puts that thumping kick, and you cannot predict the bounce of the rugby ball. And Gunathilaka scores the own try, and it's going to be a 22-meter restart.
Who's your cousin? Grade 10. Grade 10, captaincy that too. You coach standard? 18
And here we go, once again back live. And Wesley just fumbled. They had a lovely attacking version with that scrum. And that knock on gives Isipathana some relief.
Well, yes, Isipathana, after scoring that own try, Anjana Kulasekara kicked the restart directly out to touch. So that gave Wesley a scrum, centre field. But they just couldn't make use of it. So just under 50 minutes here at CRNFC. We apologize for the technical issues here. We're trying to sort it out as soon as possible. Please bear with us. Isipathana with the feed into the scrum. Anjana, immediate pressure on him this time. Kalhara sends it out wide to Anjula. It's a big high kick, but Wesley have players underneath it. Zubair has been safe all day. Draws the two Isipathana defenders, sends it out wide. And Wesley, if they can send it out wide, they have men outside, but good defensive work there by Sarah Singh, and they earn a penalty at that time. There's a little bit of talking too, and the referee says, I'm the referee, I'll make the decisions. So just a warning this time. And Wesley have to be careful, they've got momentum on their side, they just don't need to reduce their members on the field by an unnecessary penalty.
In the meantime, it's 19 points to all at Havelock Park between St. Joseph's versus Kingswood College.
Oh, the Joseph. But this time. Crowd referee name dunne advantage crowd එක ඒ ගාපන් crowd එකට ඕ වෙලෙන් දීලා තියෙන්නේ අය කිව්වද Wesley roasting සිංහලෙන් කියුවේ නෑ අපේ උන් ඒකනේ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මම දැක්ක කවුද පත්‍රයක් දාලා තිබ්බ ඒක සිංහලෙන් දාන්න තිබ්බා කියලා ආටිකල් එක ඔව් මේක කියනවා මම
Underlies, කාටද underlies?
They want to play some videos against
Hilton ne denne bro. Hilton ne denne. Match එකට ගන්නේ.
නෑ. ඔෆිස් එකේ St. Joseph මුන් බණිනවා. හා? ඒ කාලේ රග දැන් වැඩි ටච් එකේ නෑ ඒගොල්ලන්. but yeah it's a holding පිස්සු මුන්ට මේ කාගෙන. උම්මගෙන ඒ කාලේ අපිට දුන්නේ මයිලෝයි මේ වගේ.
Kingswood darara gambling ගහනවා.
ටීම හොඳයි. උන්ගේ වැඩි සද්ද දෙන්නේ. ඕල් බොයිස්ලා දැන් ඉස්සර වගේ ෆන්ඩින් නෑ. අර ගිය පාරේම නිලූෆර් නිකන් ඇවිල්ලා හිටියේ අඩුම ගානේ එයා ඉන්නවා කියලා හින්දාද he's coaching St. Joseph but අර මෙයා ඉන්නවා සල්ලි දෙන්න.
කවුද අයියයි මල්ලි අයියයි
මේ පාර ඩ්‍රෝනි ගිහිල්ලා දෙපාරක් කරලා එනවා.
නෑ තාම coach.
Really?
අයියයි මල්ලි අද.
ඒ නිව්සීලන්ත ගන්න බය වෙලා. මේ අවුරුද්දයක අමාරුවෙන් කික කෙනෙක් කියනවා කටවා හිටපන් ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දේ. ඒ වගේ ට්‍රින්ටි මැච් එකේම කාලා ඕගේ සීනේ මේ වෙනරටි එක ඌ ගන්නවා.
ඒ කවුද බං අර බ්‍රැඩ් සුද්දෙක් වගේ.
හවුද? ඌ ප්ලේ එකනේ.
Heshan carrying the hat-trick.
අපි ලයිව් නෑනේ. අපි කතා කරන්නේ ඔක්කොම හේ. ඉතින් අරු එළියට ගත්තේ. Investment Daham. He's also not even done his O-levels. Green boots. Very small. මොනවද උනේ? කික් කළා ගන්න පුළුවන්? උ සමහරට අපිට try එකක් දීලා ආයෙ පොඩ්ඩක් රෙස්ට් එක
Call it. Correct decision. Correct decision.
He didn't release the ball. He has to release it. අරු ෂේප් එක කබඩි වැඩක් කරා. සපෝට් එක එන එකව බොරුවට බහින ගමන් තල්ලු කරන්න. ඒක හරි. ෂේප් එක කරේ. සපෝට් එකට එන එක ඌ ෂේප් එක ඌ බහිනවා වගේ ඉඳගෙන අරුව මෙහෙම තල්ලු කරන් අයි හිකුන්කම්. කවුද දැනගන්නේ කවුද කව සපෝට් කරන්නේ පපරේ එකෙන් සේවා කරනවා කියන්නේ.
Now St. Joseph's just need to play a percentage game. They need to be sensible. Ball knocked forward and they've given it away. So the knock on. Another opportunity now. Another opportunity now.
Line ball lost. Offside. Mana ba? Kick එක ගහන්න කලින් මම දැක්කේ නෑ ඌ එහෙම තමයි කියන්නේ.
මේ ඔය ෆයිබර් ලයින් එක මාරු කරොත් හරියන්නේ නැද්ද කියලා අහන්නේ. හැදෙනවා.
Isipathana ටික බාන්නේ නැති පපර හැමදාම මේමද අපේ මැච් දෙන්නෙත් නෑ. දෙන එක මේව කරනවා අම්මට දා සයිල මැච් එකේ දෙන්නේ නෑ කියලා බැනන් හිටියා. දෙනවා කියවම එලගිරි අම්මට එදාට දුන්නේ නෑ. මාවයි දෙන්න.
දැන් ආරුටි හරියකින්නේ. කලිතේ දාම හරිය නෑනේ.
Gap.
Masking नहीं क्या हुआ? बाल अच्छा नहीं था।
आप भी कर गए इन्होंने?
नहीं।
We are back live here at Sian FC. Apologies for the issues we've faced. We had some technical issues here, but we've managed to sort it out. We are back live, and the score remains 22 points to 14 in favor of Isipathana College. Isipathana College, after being under pressure for quite some time, have managed to put up a few phases. Play has been stopped at the moment. Two Wesley players from both sides down, Manilka Ruberu and a player from Wesley as well. And identically both suffering from cramps, it appears to be, off your screen.
Coach Henry Torrance must be a little worried after Wesley scoring 2 good tries in this second half. Isipathana led 22 points to nil. Few bodies nursing few injuries. And we are once again sorry for the trouble that we had to face here. In the meantime, St. Joseph's leading 26 points to 22 over Kingswood. Another interesting clash of the single schools rugby league week 5 action. And Isipathana had a very good opportunity to score yet another try. And the ball just turned over position, and Wesley inside their jail. They just need to come out of their 5-meter mark. Also replacement being made.
Number 18.
Wow. Good work at the breakdown, firstly by Isipathana, and Wesley somehow managed to turn over. And there comes a kick to clear the red zone. Isipathana on the attack once again. Lovely step by the fullback Angela, but he knocks it on. In fact, it was Ashan Gunasekar at the fullback. Still play on, says referee. And Pereira puts the kick. And the try scorer, Chamad Kalhara. Here's the replacement winger. Numbers out wide. Wesley 2-on-1. Draw and pass. Not enough petrol.
Offside, bala.
Welcome back once again. Wesley with a penalty, a kickable penalty. Murshid Zubair. Just a straight on penalty with pretty much a 30 meter, in fact 23 meters.
Right call there by Wesley, and this will put them through right into the mix. It'll be just a 5-point game if they can put this through. Regulation kick. Zubair has been outstanding. And easy does it. Puts it through. So it's 22 points to 17. Wesley, after trailing 22 points to nil, are now just 5 points away from making an epic comeback. Isipathana just need to manage this game. They put some brilliant pressure just before conceding those 3 points. But poor decision making cost them territory, position, and at the end of the day they gave away 3 points. So it's 7 minutes to play in our clock. Enough time for Wesley to make a miracle comeback.
That's right, Hisham. Still over 12 minutes remaining. And this is, so far, it's been epic performance by Wesley in this second half. Here's the restart. Murshid Zubair kicking out into touch. Great work, in fact, by the replacement winger as well. That's Tahir. In fact, it's Phillips. As he received the ball, he knew that his support, Zubair, is outside, giving away to put that clearance kick. And can Isipathana do something from here? So far they had just one opportunity in this second half. And the number 18 in charge of the line-out throw, that's Athukorala. Kalhara sending out wide. Manilka Ruberu, the skipper, sending it to his numbers out wide. Here's the winger, lovely step. Cuts inside by R.H. De Silva. And Isipathana on the march now. Here's Isipathana. Good run by Angela. In fact, it's Gunasekara.
Isipathana trying to put up a few phases together. That's what needs to be done. Manilka to Supan Tarusha, add some pace to Anjula. Referee says advantage. Will he deem it as a knock-on? In fact, he did point out advantage. Yes, he's asking Anjula. And the play is stopped once again. Many injuries here. Well, you can see when Isipathana have ball in hand, when they can put up a few phases, they are managing to create those gaps. But they just need a little bit more penetration in their attack. Once again, there seems to be another injury to a Wesley player. It was a few phases before last passage of play. Seems to be another shoulder injury. And seems to be the second incident of the day. So do you think it's just coincidence or technique of the tackling?
Would be worth having a replay, Sham. Not sure what the cause is. But just the first injury in this game. It was so immense. This game played with a real pace. And also, in terms of the tackling level, Hisham, I was well impressed. And not often that we saw any high tackles also. All the tackles been made legitimately. Because nowadays a seat belt tackle, a worry. And also the players not allowing on the opposite numbers, which is a good sign. Still 10 minutes left. 17-22, Wesley. 22-0 down. And 2 converted tries and a penalty. And for them in the second half, Murshid Zubair, the fullback, has been the man who scored a try, converted 2 and nailed a penalty.
So the referee will go with the line out. And it will be Isipathana ball. Wesley managed to win that line out, and they have ball in hand. A little bit static. They just need to retain possession. They have time. They don't need to do anything fancy. They'll decide to work it out. They've got men outside. Isipathana waiting. Lovely chip in by Murshid Zubair, but just a tad bit too much for his players to reach that.
Yeah, great timing, great awareness. He didn't have much of an option, Murshid Zubair, putting that grubber. But just that alignment.
Another interesting thing to see here is how Isipathana will adapt, because we mentioned before the game Isipathana made a tactical change, bringing Anjana and Manilka into the centre's position. Now Anjana is off the field. The referee says crooked line out, so Wesley will have possession once again. Isipathana succumbing under pressure. Wesley will opt for the scrum. As you mentioned, Isipathana with Anjana now out, it's interesting to see how they will adapt, because in the first half they were pulling the strings in defense as well as in attack. They did well. But now Renuja will have to be a bit more confident, a bit more solid with his work in defense and attack. And it seems Manula Ratnayaka, who was the regular second centre previous games, will now go back to his pet position. Supan Tarusha is in fullback now. Wesley with the put in. Send it out wide. Here comes the Wesley backs. Lovely cutout pass to Zubair. Offside, says the referee. So advantage Wesley. They still got ball in hand. They set it out for Rock. We've got men on either side. Go for the shorter side. Still men on their blind side, but they'll come back. Running all the way to the other side of the park. Here comes Sabar. Goes into contact. They've got depth. They've got men. Lovely chip by Sabar.
Oh, that's a good work by Murshid Zubair early on, putting that kick. And then a very good chase tackle. Referee playing advantage in favor of the double blues. This is interesting stuff. And the crowd's on their feet. And a penalty for Wesley. Decision time for Wesley. Waiting for their skipper to take a decision.
They're looking at the bench. They'll go for the line out. Pressure time for Isipathana. 2 minutes on our clock. It could be anything on the referee's watch. Isipathana.
A nail-biting 2 minutes awaits here at the Longdon Place. What a thrilling, exciting encounter we have been witnessing here for the last 6 to 8 minutes. And Wesley, they have all the chances for that epic finisher, Hisham. And Jayawardena, the man, will be in charge with the throwing.
Referee will surely, Wesley surely will try this rolling maul. It's so close to the try line. Any forward momentum will get them forward. And why not? They just need to get the line out right. They've got personalities like Saba to rumble the ball forward. And the referee wants all, seems like the junior players who are in the ground, to move out of the playing area. Here we go. Wesley. Oh, he stopped the play actually. So Wesley, they tried out the #1 route. Samuel will try to get this once again at the front. He jumps for it, he gets it. They set it up for the rolling maul.
Oh, not straight.
Forward pass, says the referee, and it'll be a penalty to Isipathana. What a let-off for Isipathana. I think that was the correct call because the maul did move sideways. Samuel was looking for a teammate to pass. And now Renuja will take up the kicking duties. I know for a fact he wouldn't have a lot of distance in his kicks, so he just needs to find touch, get his team out of jail. Fairly decent kick. Gains about 10 meters. Now Isipathana needs to win this line out. Crucial line out. They need to win this line out and somehow get out of jail.
Yeah, the opportunity went begging. What can Isipathana do? Can Kalhara the scrum off, marshal his forwards and the backs for the last minute or so. Collected nicely by Angela. Few more faces. Maybe the maul. They're just moving forward. This is a driving maul. It's not a rolling maul. Can they win a penalty? Smart play by Isipathana. Kalhara looking for that box kick option. Will he go for the box kick? Much better decision making. He wants his forwards to go. kill some time. Absolutely right what they are doing. Turnover. Was it legally? Well, in fact, it's a knock-on. And is that all over? No, it's not the referee's clock, mind you. So Wesley still have few seconds left. This could perhaps be the last move. This could be anyone's game.
It's a do-or-die situation for Wesley College. Isipathana tried to eat up the clock. There was a knock-on. Referee called it right. Now they have to defend for their lives. It's a 5-point game, mind you. One score away. Wesley, the referee wants another
Nervous scrum.
reset.
Yes, Hisham. Nervous scrum. Not steady at all. Need to be nice and square.
You can see the Wesley three-quarters they have set up for a move on the other side out of your screen. It's easy to see. It's no doubt. Zubair will be joining the line. Here comes the ball out wide. That's a hospital pass. Isipathana try to counter ruck. The ball is out. Once again, Zubair evades the tackle. He's got a man outside. Referee says high tackle.
Really?
I think that was a bit harsh. If you could see a replay of that, I think we'll have to wait and see if that was the correct call by the referee. I think Renu just pulled him down. We'll have to see. The referee knows better.
Yeah, it looks like, for instance, the both arms involved in that tackle, but not sure the legality.
Play is stopped in the meantime. Wesley player needs some medical attention. Here we go. Zubair evades the tackle, finds his man. Yes, I think that was a correct call by the referee. He got his arms, but he wrapped around it above shoulder height.
Absolutely. Assistant referee Shahid Jeffrey, 100 meters closer than us on that occasion. Spot on decision, so not sure whether it's a yellow card offense.
So it's just a warning for the Isipathana player. I think the final moments of the game. So Zubair sets it up for the line out into the Isipathana red zone. Wesley get a second bite at the cake.
And here comes that one last chance. You get only once. Patience, execution, what matters. One try would be all level, and that will bring sigh of relief for Wesley. And then it'll first this man Jayawardena has to put the throw straight, and collected by Ogbebo. And here comes the driving maul. That ball comes loose, almost a turnover. Isipathana coming sideways this time, number 5. That's Nilamuddin. And here comes the cross kick, knowing that advantage is on offer. And collected well by nobody. In fact, it's Wesley, and that's a knock-on. That's a knock-on, but the referee will go for that penalty infringement of Nilamuddin coming in sideways. I'm sure Hisham Hamid, you're very nervous.
I'll try to act not like I'm nervous. I'm sure every Isipathanian will be just wanting to. Here we go, play is back. We're back live.
No time for the replay.
Quick tap taken. They want to rumble this way forward through their forwards. Can Isipathana somehow manage to hold on? Wesley, they push forward. Isipathana with bodies on the line. Held up, says the referee. Held up, says the referee.
No, he's coming for the scrum.
And he'll come back for the scrum. No, that's full time. Isipathana survive. A late comeback by Wesley, but they just couldn't finish it off. And what a game we witnessed at Longdon Place.
Absolutely, Hisham. Heartbreak for Wesley, but take a bow. Isipathana, they were in the defensive mode in the first half, first 10 to 15 minutes. But how well they played to that score that 22 points nil. Although they couldn't score a single points in that second half, it was all Wesley. But full-time scoreboard in favor of the Greenlands Green Machines, Isipathana. And scrum half Chamath Kalhara.